When you think of wildlife, do you picture forests and oceans or the city around you? It's easy to forget that the urban environments we inhabit are also home to a myriad of wildlife species. As cities have grown and spread, nature has adapted, giving rise to a unique and thriving ecosystem right on our doorsteps. This urban ecosystem is not just pigeons on a park bench or squirrels in the trees. It's a diverse and surprising world that includes everything from raccoons rummaging in your backyard to hawks soaring above skyscrapers. These creatures have learned to navigate the concrete jungles we've built, finding ingenious ways to survive and even thrive amidst the hustle and bustle of city life. So next time you step out your front door, take a moment to observe. You're not just a city dweller, you're part of an urban ecosystem teeming with life. So, what kind of wildlife can you expect to encounter in your city? From the smallest insects to the largest birds of prey, cities are teeming with life. When we think of the city, we often picture concrete buildings, bustling streets, and a sea of humanity. But there's another side to the urban landscape that often goes unnoticed, a rich tapestry of wildlife. Take raccoons, for instance. These nocturnal creatures are a common sight in many North American cities. With their nimble hands and sharp senses, raccoons have adapted remarkably well to city life, foraging in trash cans and making homes in abandoned buildings. Then we have the urban fox. Often associated with the countryside, foxes have proven to be incredibly adaptable, finding their way into cities across the globe. They've become skilled at navigating the urban landscape, surviving on a diet of rodents, birds, and food waste. Our cities are also home to a surprising number of birds, from pigeons and sparrows that have become part of the city's background noise to more unexpected visitors like hawks. Yes, hawks! These birds of prey have found a new hunting ground among the skyscrapers. The tall buildings mimic the cliffs and mountains of their natural habitat, and the abundance of pigeons and rats provide a steady food source. And let's not forget about deer. In some cities, particularly those on the edge of forests or parks, it's not uncommon to see deer grazing in suburban yards or darting across roads. These are just a few examples of the wildlife you might encounter in your city. Each species has found its own unique way to adapt and thrive in the urban jungle, turning our cities into a diverse ecosystem teeming with life. But have you ever wondered how these creatures manage to survive in such an urbanized environment? Adapting to city life is no small task for our wild friends. In the hustle and bustle of the city, nature finds a way to not just survive but to thrive. The secret to this resilience lies in the remarkable adaptability of wildlife. Over generations, animals have evolved behavioral and physical changes that allow them to navigate the urban jungle. Let's take a look at some of these fascinating adaptations. In the heart of the city, raccoons, known for their dexterity and intelligence, have become nocturnal, foraging for food under the veil of night to avoid human interaction. Similarly, urban foxes have also adopted a nighttime lifestyle, taking advantage of the quiet streets to hunt and explore. Birds too have shown incredible adaptation. City-dwelling birds have learned to sing at a higher pitch to be heard over the constant hum of traffic. Some species, like the famous New York City peregrine falcons, have traded cliff faces for skyscrapers, using tall buildings as vantage points to spot prey. In the physical realm, many urban animals have evolved to be smaller and lighter, an advantage in densely populated areas. Even insects are part of this adaptation story. Certain types of ants found in cities are more heat-tolerant, a trait that allows them to survive on hot concrete surfaces. But it's not just about survival. Some animals have turned city living into an opportunity. Squirrels, for instance, have learned to associate humans with food, often seen boldly approaching parkgoers in hopes of a snack. While these adaptations are fascinating, they are also a testament to the resilience of nature in the face of rapid urbanization. However, we must remember that these changes are born out of necessity, not choice. And while many animals have successfully made cities their home, others struggle with the challenges of urban life. Adaptations are crucial for their survival, but green spaces play a significant role too. As we continue to explore the world of urban wildlife, we'll delve into the importance of green spaces and what we can do to support our city-dwelling friends. Stay tuned! Green spaces are not just for aesthetics, they are the lifelines for our urban wildlife. In the hustle and bustle of city life, it's easy to overlook the importance of green spaces. These pockets of nature, whether they're parks, gardens, or even green roofs, play a critical role in supporting urban wildlife populations. Amid the concrete and steel, they serve as islands of refuge, providing necessary habitats for a wide range of species. Think about the variety of birds you might spot in a city park. From the common pigeon to the occasional hawk, these creatures have adapted to life among us, and green spaces offer them a place to nest, find food, and rest during migration. But it's not just about birds. Squirrels, raccoons, and even the odd fox find homes in urban green spaces, while insects like bees and butterflies rely on them as sources of nectar. In return, these pollinators play a crucial role in maintaining the health of our urban flora, contributing to the biodiversity of our cities. Green spaces are also hotspots for plant life. From towering trees to humble shrubs, these plants provide food and shelter for urban wildlife. At the same time, they play a crucial role in improving air quality and reducing urban heat, making cities more livable for US humans too. In recent years, the concept of green roofs has gained traction. By turning a building's roof into a green space, we provide yet another habitat for urban wildlife. These roofs can host a variety of plants, insects, and birds, contributing to citywide biodiversity. But the importance of green spaces extends beyond mere survival. They provide opportunities for animals to engage in natural behaviors, promoting healthier, more sustainable populations. For instance, green spaces can serve as breeding grounds, helping ensure the future of urban wildlife. So green spaces are more than just beautiful additions to our cities. They are vital components of urban ecosystems, supporting a multitude of life forms and contributing to our overall well-being. As city dwellers, how can we support and coexist with our wild neighbors? Let's explore that in the next scene. Coexisting with urban wildlife requires understanding, respect, and a bit of effort. Now, let's dive into a few tips that can help us live harmoniously alongside our city-dwelling animal neighbors. Firstly, resist the urge to feed wild animals. Though it may seem like a kind gesture, feeding wildlife can disrupt their natural diet, make them dependent on human food, and even cause health problems. It can also encourage animals to become too comfortable around humans, which can lead to conflicts. Secondly, keep a safe distance. While it's exciting to spot a raccoon, a fox, or a deer in the city, it's crucial to remember that these are wild animals. They can become stressed or defensive if they feel threatened, so it's best to admire them from afar. Next, let's talk about our backyards and balconies. These spaces can be a haven for urban wildlife if we make them welcoming. Planting native plants, providing fresh water, and creating sheltered areas can attract a variety of birds, insects, and small mammals. But remember, it's all about balance. You don't want to create a space that encourages pests or poses risks to local wildlife. Garbage management is another crucial aspect of coexisting with urban wildlife. Secure your trash bins and compost piles to prevent animals from scavenging, which can lead to them becoming a nuisance or even a danger to themselves and others. Lastly, if you spot injured wildlife or animals in distress, contact a local wildlife rescue organization. They have the expertise to handle these situations safely and humanely. In conclusion, coexisting with urban wildlife is about fostering a mutual respect. It's about understanding that we share our cities with a diverse range of species, each playing a vital role in the urban ecosystem. So let's do our part to ensure that these animals can continue to thrive alongside us. Remember, these creatures are not just surviving, but thriving in our cities. It's clear that our cities are more than just concrete and steel. They are vibrant ecosystems teeming with life. From the raccoons rummaging in our backyards to the hawks soaring above our skyscrapers, nature is thriving amidst the urban hustle and bustle. We've journeyed through the unseen world of urban wildlife, discovering the surprising species that call our cities home and how they've cleverly adapted to this unique environment. We've also underscored the significance of green spaces as vital urban oases for these city-dwelling creatures. But remember, we're not just observers in this urban jungle, we're part of it. By understanding our role and making small changes, like keeping our green spaces clean or not feeding wildlife, we can coexist harmoniously with our urban animal neighbors, supporting their survival and enriching our city lives. Next time you step outside, Take a moment to appreciate the wild side of city life. You might be surprised by what you find.